Hey guys, welcome to another day with Everyday Talk with Stephanie Clements. And I've had so many different ideas that I want to talk to you guys about. And there have been some discussions here lately that I've been in. And then I was driving my kids to school this morning and it came up again. So I thought, well, let's talk about failure. So this morning, I was driving the kids to school and listening to the radio and heard Bobby Bones mention that he had asked one of the Miss America contestants about what failure she had had. And she gave a good explanation of failure to her, but she didn't explain her actual failure. So um, it got me thinking that much more because I have recently talked about what I think failure is, but wanted to share with you. I am, a lot of us go through things and it can make us really feel like failures. And, you know, I've certainly had my share of things in life from, you know, divorce can be a really big one. Um, you know, that just that definitely leaves you with a sense of failure. I also started a business several years ago, um, and unfortunately was not well prepared for that business. I knew the job, knew how to do it, but that and running a business and the funding and things like that, I was not prepared for. And when that failed, it was a huge blow to the ego. But, I've started looking at failure differently. To think about failure, a lot of times it can really set us back. It can put us in depression. It can make it difficult to refocus on success. So I started thinking about when we do those old, mazes where you have to find you start on one side and have to go to the end. You go through and then you come to a dead end and you realize, okay, that's not the path. So you figured out a way that didn't work. But you can start over and you try a different path until finally you succeed. And that is how I view those setbacks because I don't view those as failures. I view those as lessons about what didn't work. They don't have to be a failure. It is a lesson. And so you can get back up, change paths, and keep moving towards success. Life doesn't end. The end of the maze isn't until we end our life. We have all of this time to keep going, to keep working on success. So along the way, we are going to find things that don't work, whether it just doesn't work for us, we didn't do it right, we made mistakes, or doors were just closed. It just wasn't the right time. But as long as you're willing to stop and take note of it, figure out what you did and what could you have done differently to make a different outcome. What can you learn to take with you, and how will you progress on the next level? So don't let what you would consider failures really stop you. To me, failure is when you give up. When you decide, I'm done, I just can't try anymore, I'm done. That's failure. Otherwise, it's just changing paths. And I want to challenge you to set your sight on the goal you really want. And from there, it's figuring out the paths that work to get you there. One may or may not work, and that's okay. You figured out what didn't work. But don't lose sight of your end goal. So find out the things that you really want. And I challenge you to do a vision board. I did one just on a PowerPoint, so I have it on my computer, but I printed it out so I have it close by. But figure out what you really want and then start making small steps that will get you going in the right direction. whether that's on your weight, whether that's on, you know, physical health, whether it's financially, whether it's, career. There's all kinds of different things. And then what I want you to also think about is we hit plateaus, and that's okay. As long as it's ahead of where we started, plateaus are our is the universe and the world's way of saying we're adjusting to the new normal. So you may have been here and now you're here, and this is your new normal. But this is where you can propel from the next time. You've taken a step up. So don't worry about plateaus. That is your body, your life, the things around you adjusting to the new normal. But keep going. Allow that adjustment time. Sometimes we need just a short break, but then use that spot to propel to the next level. So, hope this challenges you. Do your best, set your goals, and don't give up. Change paths if you need to, but keep going. And I appreciate, as always, you joining me and hope that this brings you some benefit. Thanks, guys.